What if I told you that the vehicle you're about to see isn't just another truck, isn't just another machine, and definitely isn't just another review, but something so advanced, so bold, and so unexpectedly powerful that it could completely change the way people think about driving forever? Stay with me, because what you're about to discover isn't hype, isn't exaggeration, and isn't marketing talk. This is the kind of machine that makes competitors nervous, engineers curious, and drivers obsessed. And by the end of this video, you won't just understand why this vehicle is getting so much attention, you'll wonder how anything else on the road is even allowed to compete with it. The moment you lay eyes on it, something feels different. You don't need specs. You don't need numbers. You don't even need sound. Just one look is enough to tell your brain that this is not ordinary. The stance alone tells a story. Wide, planted, confident. Like it already knows it owns the road before the engine even starts. Most vehicles try to look aggressive. This one doesn't try, it simply exists, and that presence does all the talking. The lighting signature feels like it belongs 5 years in the future. The body lines don't just flow, they strike. Every angle looks intentional, every surface looks engineered, and every detail feels like it was designed by someone who refused to accept average. Now here's where things start getting interesting. Because vehicles like this aren't created by accident. Machines like this are built with a purpose. And that purpose is simple: dominate everything in their category. Not compete, not participate, dominate. When designers and engineers sit down to create something like this, they're not thinking about blending in. They're thinking about standing out so dramatically that people stop mid-conversation just to look. That's exactly the kind of reaction this machine is built to trigger. Whether it's parked, rolling slowly, or flying down the highway, it has a presence that demands attention without ever asking for it. And let's talk about why presence matters so much more than people realize. Because performance numbers can impress your brain, but presence hits your emotions. And in the automotive world, emotion is everything. People don't fall in love with torque figures. They fall in love with how a vehicle makes them feel. And this machine delivers a feeling instantly. Confidence, control, authority. The kind of feeling that makes you sit a little taller in the driver's seat and grip the wheel with purpose. It's not just transportation anymore. It becomes an experience, and once you feel that experience, it's almost impossible to go back to something ordinary. Step closer and you start noticing the smaller details, the things casual observers miss but enthusiasts instantly recognize. The precision of the trim, the alignment of panels, the way reflections move across the surface like light over glass. That level of craftsmanship doesn't happen by luck. It happens when a manufacturer decides they're not building a vehicle, they're building a statement. And statements like this don't whisper. They speak loudly. The front design alone could be mistaken for a concept straight out of an auto show, the kind people assume will never actually reach real roads. Yet here it is, looking completely real, completely functional, and completely ready. Now imagine sliding into the driver's seat. The outside already impressed you, but the inside changes everything again. Because now you're not just looking at the machine. You're part of it. The layout wraps around you like a cockpit. Controls fall naturally into place. Screens glow with crisp clarity. Materials feel premium under your fingertips. There's a quiet confidence inside the cabin, the kind of silence that makes you realize how chaotic the outside world usually is. Close the door and it's like stepping into a different environment entirely, one designed for focus, comfort, and control all at once. Technology plays a massive role here, and not the gimmicky kind that feels impressive for 5 minutes and then gets ignored. We're talking about intelligent systems that actually make driving better. Systems that monitor your surroundings, adjust to conditions, and assist without distracting. The kind of technology that feels less like a tool and more like a partner. It watches the road, reads situations, and reacts faster than human reflexes ever could. That doesn't just make driving easier. It makes it smarter. And once drivers experience that level of intelligence, going back to basic systems starts to feel outdated. Then comes the moment everyone waits for. The start, the movement, the proof. Because looks and features don't mean anything if performance doesn't deliver. But the instant this machine comes alive, you understand why it was built the way it was. Power arrives smoothly, not violently. Acceleration builds with confidence, not chaos. It doesn't feel like it's trying hard. It feels like it's barely trying at all. That's the difference between something that's powerful and something that's engineered properly. True performance isn't loud effort. Its effortless capability. As speed increases, stability stays locked in. Steering feels precise, almost predictive. The suspension absorbs imperfections in the road like they don't exist. Instead of fighting the pavement, the vehicle flows over it. That sensation changes your entire perception of driving. Roads feel shorter. Distances feel smaller. Time feels faster. It's not just transportation anymore, it's motion refined into an art form. And once you experience that sensation, you start realizing why some drivers become loyal to certain machines for life. What really separates this vehicle from others, though, is balance. A lot of machines can be powerful. A lot can be comfortable. A lot can be stylish. But very few can be all three at the same time. That balance is what makes something unforgettable. Because when power, comfort, and design work together instead of competing with each other, the result is harmony. And harmony in engineering is rare. It takes vision, discipline, and a refusal to settle for shortcuts. That's exactly what this machine represents. Think about how most vehicles are categorized. Some are built for work, some for luxury, some for speed. Most manufacturers pick one lane and stay in it. But every once in a while, something comes along that refuses to stay in a single category. Something that blends strength with elegance, performance with refinement, and technology with simplicity. When that happens, the entire market pays attention. Not because they want to. Because they have to. Because when a machine raises the standard high enough, everyone else has no choice but to chase it. Picture pulling into a crowded parking lot with this. Conversations pause. Heads turn. People look twice. Not because they're confused, but because they're impressed. That reaction isn't coincidence. It's design psychology. Humans are naturally drawn to objects that look powerful, rare, and futuristic. This vehicle checks all three instantly. It doesn't need introductions. It doesn't need explanations. Its presence does the talking before you even step out. Ownership is where the real story unfolds, though. Because the first impression might attract attention, but long-term experience is what creates loyalty. Day after day, mile after mile, this machine keeps proving why it deserves respect. Comfortable on long drives, confident in city, traffic, capable under pressure, reliable when it matters. That consistency is what transforms a good vehicle into a great one. And greatness isn't loud, it's dependable. The truth is, machines like this don't come around often. Most years bring updates, refreshes, and minor improvements. But every once in a while, something appears that feels like a leap instead of a step. Something that doesn't just follow trends but sets them. When that happens, the ripple effect spreads across the industry. Competitors study it, analysts talk about it, drivers dream about it. That's the kind of impact this vehicle is positioned to make. And here's the part that really matters. Vehicles aren't just metal and technology. They're symbols. They represent freedom, independence, progress, and ambition. The machine you drive says something about who you are and what you value. When someone chooses a vehicle like this, they're not just choosing transportation. They're choosing identity. They're saying they want more than average. More than expected, more than ordinary, and that message is clear the second this machine hits the road. Imagine owning something that feels just as exciting on the 100th drive as it did on the first. Something that doesn't fade into routine. Something that keeps reminding you why you chose it every time you start it. That's the difference between something you use and something you appreciate. And appreciation is powerful, because when people appreciate what they drive, they don't just travel. They enjoy the journey. So after seeing what this machine offers, the design that commands attention, the technology that supports intelligence, the performance that delivers confidence, and the presence that turns heads, one thing becomes obvious. This isn't built to blend in. It's built to stand above. It isn't made for everyone, and that's exactly why it's special. Because the best machines never try to please everyone. They focus on impressing those who recognize excellence when they see it. And that brings us to the real conclusion. This vehicle isn't trying to be good. It's trying to be unforgettable. It's aiming to set a benchmark so high that anything below it feels outdated. And judging by everything you've seen and heard so far, it's not just aiming. It's succeeding. If you've made it this far, then you already feel it, that curiosity, that excitement, that sense that you've just witnessed something different from the usual automotive noise. And if this machine impressed you even half as much as it impresses the people seeing it in person, then you already know this isn't the last time you'll be hearing about it. Because vehicles like this don't fade away. They become references. They become standards. They become the reason future machines exist. And trust me when I say this, what's coming next in the world of automotive innovation might be even more unbelievable than what you just saw. So if you want to stay ahead of the curve, see the machines everyone will be talking about tomorrow, and experience the future of driving before it becomes normal, make sure you don't miss what's coming next. Because the next reveal might just make this one look like the beginning of something even bigger.